I think I want to keep playing a little bit with the scenery. I shouldn't have it. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Jordi Plays Planet Coaster. On the last episode, we built this roller coaster, this baby roller coaster with the dragons and all. And we again struggled a little bit with building some paths, but I think it ended up looking pretty decent. What else? I think that's basically it. I was right in my assessment that I needed a whole episode to build a coaster, and even then I didn't even add theming to it. We had a bit of an abrupt ending because there was being a lot of noise outside of the building and my cats were getting very hangry. That's not me pronouncing it like I'm a Mexican who doesn't know how to speak English, even though I am. But I'm just saying, like, they were hungry and angry, like they get when they haven't been fed. So, yeah, I think this park really is looking pretty nice. Like this, I like this point of view shot. Like it's pretty nice. Although I remember there were a few things that I need to take care of. Like this bench, I think doesn't work quite as it should. It shouldn't be here. Maybe we can add it like here. And obviously we need to add benches all around and bins and security cameras and maybe even another staff building, etc., etc. For now, I'm not gonna worry too much about that. I'm gonna let things roll for a bit, but I'll definitely get to it soon. For now, let me see if this is... I didn't change the pricing for this. I'm just remembering that people were complaining it was a little bit too expensive, and I think they were complaining about other rides as well. So let me just bring them down a bit, and I might be able to bring them back up later on when the queue for Joe's career path was quite quick. The queue looks fast for Joe's career path. Well, that's something, I guess. Well, what I was saying is that maybe I'll be able to bring the prices up a bit again once we have defeated these financial crisis we had, and we can start letting people in our park for free. And I think people are complaining about this one as well. And what else? And when we add more scenery, because some of these are not... I mean, 91% I think is really nice, but I think we can push them to 100%. This one is really low. So there are a lot of areas that we can improve upon. But for now, I think I want to start with the coaster. I'll pause, but I'm gonna play it at like a speed 1 because I am no hurry at the moment. I think we have a nice thing going on, and I'm gonna build as people ride the attractions. I think I want to do a bit of terraforming. Is this too expensive still? It seems it is. Okay, let me try $7 maybe. Come on, I want people to ride this. So far we only have like this guy. I mean, he's ready to go. I can see it in his face. But yeah, $7 seems to do the trick. Okay, that's good enough. Oh man, the noise is back. Some people are building something right outside. I think I'm gonna have to pause again, and this time I'm gonna use the magic of editing to come back as nothing happened. So I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. And I know if you couldn't tell, but I'm recording this the same day that I recorded the last episode, so they are still building something right next to this building. So I'm not sure what it is, and I'm not sure why there's so much noise, but I hope this is a little bit better now. Right now, they seem to be having a break. I can't hear anything, but even if they start again, yeah, even if they start up again, it should be better now because I closed the doors and the windows, so I hopefully that helps with the noise. It's not gonna help with how warm it is inside my home office, but I'll just have to take it. Yeah, they are back from their break. I can hear them again, but hopefully you can't. So, what I was thinking is of uh, I want to use terraforming heavily in this area. First of all, I'm gonna pause a bit, but I want to use terraforming because I think this is a, a really good opportunity for it. Because everything else so far, it's like a village, and it makes sense that it's a little bit flat, and we have some vegetation, some trees. Trees. It's not three. It's a tree. Since a few episodes ago, I've been confusing the word tree and the word three. But yeah, everything else makes sense that it's flat. But I think for dragons, it would make sense to have some hills or like a cave or something like that. So let's try it out. Let's do something like this. It's gonna look really weird and ugly at first, but trust me, I think this is gonna look nice when we're done with it. Let me work with this tool a little bit. Yeah, I really want this to be like a cave, but not a completely closed out cave. I mean, this is obviously this doesn't make any sense. I want this to not be completely closed. Like I want this to make sense. Like why would you have this opening here? I want it to be like one of those pillars. Like I mean, I think I think we can have it come through here, but maybe I'm wrong. No, we can. Although I'm not sure this looks nice enough, but now I think it does. Yeah, I'm starting to like this. Okay, now I just need to shape this up a little bit because I don't like these kind of parts where it's really obvious that terraforming is trying to avoid the ride. So let's use maybe flatten the surface, a little bit less intensity, a little bit less size, and we can do something like so. Yeah, I think this is working out just fine. I like using this sort of levels to make things a little less smooth. I usually like to have smooth heels, except when I want this type of caves. For caves, I like them to be a little bit rough. It reminded me of something. Saying rough reminded me of an episode of The Nanny. Can you believe The Nanny is? It's still a bit. I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun watching it again. It just came on Prime Video, on like Amazon Prime service. Maybe it was already on there for the US, but it just came on the Mexican version of Amazon Prime Video, and I'm enjoying watching it. It's a bit of a guilty pleasure, maybe. I know my mom was a huge fan, and even my mother-in-law is a huge fan of the show. But I don't know any guys who are fans of the show except me. But yeah, there's this episode where Brighton, one of the kids, is complaining about his chicken. It's so funny to me. He's complaining about his chicken being a little rough, and then the butler, Niles, goes like, "Yeah, well, so is life. Like, yeah, your chicken is tough, and your chicken, yeah, it's tough. It's not rough. It's tough." But I don't know. It still reminded me of that. He was like, "This chicken is tough," and Niles goes like, "Well, yeah, so is life, and then you die." And I don't know. I really like that. But yeah, I'm watching The Nanny again. I think one of the reasons I like it so much is because it reminds me of my mom. She lives far away in another city, so I don't get to see her that often. But we used to watch The Nanny together and a lot of similar shows. And now that she's far away, that's one of the ways I can still feel like connected, you know? So I'm still working on this cave. Hopefully I'll get it just right soon enough. I don't know why I'm not being able to connect these two pieces anymore, but I don't think I mind that much. I have to stop being so perfectionist. I mean, this is supposed to be like nature. I mean, it's not all natural. Like, obviously, you wouldn't have this shape of a cave if it was completely natural. But it's a combination of natural shapes with man-made stuff. So maybe I shouldn't mind so much if it's not too perfect. Oh, that's not the tool I want. I need to pull this back up a bit, I think. But not like that. Not like that. Come on, come on, come on. Nope, nope. The more I try it, the more this goes away. I don't know why. It's just not working out anymore. Nope. Okay, okay. I'm almost okay with this. Let's rough it up a bit. I think if all I manage to do this episode is just make some nicer cues and maybe do a little bit of maintenance tasks like set up the bins and park benches and stuff, I think that would be a successful episode. I think that's a good game plan to have right now. So let's just focus on that right now and not worry too much about spending a lot of time on this. This is not right. That's better. And I think I do want this to be a little bit smoother. Like, we can have these rough edges over here, but this part I want to be much, much smoother. So let's try something like this. Yeah, I can feel the room getting warmer as we speak. That's another funny thing of working with people in New Jersey. The warm weather here began when in New Jersey it was still snowing. That's a little bit mind-blowing to me because we're not even that far away. I mean, it's just an hour of time difference, and yeah, I guess they're far to the north, and I'm almost at the equator, kinda. So it makes sense that the weather will be very different. But still, it was funny when we were having like conference calls, and everyone would be like, everyone would have very heavy coats, and it would be like they would have a cold and stuff like that. And meanwhile, I mean, I would have my fan on. And my fan was making noise, and people, my coworkers on New Jersey will go like, "Wait, are you using the fan right now? Are you warm?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's really warm in here." And they would tell me how much snow they were having and how that was an issue. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to forget about this earth pillar spike or whatever we were having here. I think it's not working out, and I'm okay. I'll survive. Yeah, I'm learning to not be so much of a perfectionist anymore, and yet I'm still working on it. So don't trust me when I say that. Okay, okay. This is decent, I think. Now, what else do I want to include here? Maybe some actual scenery, not only terraforming, because this is not helping with the actual Q rating at all. I would imagine. Like, I think it was like 0% or maybe 1% when we last checked, and I bet it's still something like that. Yeah, 0%. That's nice. The queue for Dragon 3 was full. Are they... Is this working out? Are people having enough time to get on the ride? Let's see. Gonna get up to speed 3 for a little while. Yeah, they do have time to get in. Well, we have 1 empty seat, so maybe... And here we have 3 empty seats. So maybe there is a little bit of min-maxing to do. Minimum, maximum. I think all I have to do is set this to full load and add like maybe 10 seconds to the minimum. Let's see. Will this work? Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's good enough, I think. Okay, so what else? What else? Yeah, I want to play some scenery here. Maybe like another dragon or some treasure, something like that. But I think I first want to work a little bit more with the terraforming. I mean, we have money, so I think that's okay. Flatten to foundation. Oh, nope. Sometimes it's a little bit hard for me to tell where the tool is working. But I really like the terraforming tool in this game. So I have really no complaints. I'm happy with it. Let me smooth it out a bit. And I think I want it to be less grassy, if that makes sense. But I can worry about that later. For now, I think this is good enough to start placing some scenery. Although, I think I may want to terraform a little bit more over here. Like, I want to have like a river or something. But I don't know if I should get into that right now or if I should leave it for later. I don't know. Maybe I should. Yeah, because if I work on the queue rating, that's gonna mean more money sooner, you know? So I think I should work on that first. And you know what? I have an idea. Yeah, now my creative juices are flowing. Let's get into scenery. And since I couldn't make a pillar of earth with terraforming over here, I'm gonna use this for something else. Let's go and search for treasure. Like this already. This looks nice. Something like this I was thinking of. I mean, dragons are famous for protecting treasure. Although this one has the same issue as some other... what do you call them? Some other custom scenery. That they have these moving elements that I don't like, and I always try to remove. And also, I'm like breaking up the path a bit, so I would have to remove those. But I think that works, except for the smoke or the... What is this? The mist. Everything else, I think it's working fine. So let's just remove the special effects. I think this is easier because these are big elements. Usually with little spouts or things like that, it's a pain to remove them. But this is nice. I'm gonna move this with advanced movement because I kind of like how it looks a bit like buried. No, this is not the right one. This and this. Maybe something like this. I mean, I don't think it makes much sense that it's buried in a solid rock, now that I think about it. But I shouldn't think about it. I should just do what my gut tells me, I guess. You know what? I've seen some rides or some places where they do have the scenery like taking part of the path, like it's breaking this like it's outside the rails, but I don't think I should do that. Mostly because of the thing I mentioned earlier. Like, I mean, on the last episode, I want to keep it like a little bit realistic. Like, you wouldn't be able to just go up to this base and just take it or break it or climb on it. So let me bring everything a little bit closer to the center. Yeah, I think this is better. I think I'm gonna have to do something like this, and then we can move it like so, like this. Yeah, that looks fine. This one though, this one doesn't look that good. Gonna completely get rid of that one. Gonna move this one closer to here. YouTube viewership has broken down. I think that there's a name for that. When you break down the users or the viewership. But I don't think that's what they mean. Yeah, like the breakdown of the different types of people that go to your website or to your videos or to whatever you offer. I'm sure there's a UI UX term for that, and I'm a UI UX designer, so I should know. But I'm also a native Spanish speaker, so I don't know what the English word for it is. And hey, Joe, do you know the Spanish word for it? Do you at least know the Spanish word for it? You think you're so smart, aren't you? You think you got me there, don't you? And you do. I have no idea. I think it's it's almost the same word in Spanish and in English. It's like the demographics and thinking of the user persona and stuff. Yeah, that's the thing I was thinking about. That can be taken like that can be interpreted like breaking down the viewership. But I really don't think that's what that's what they meant. Okay, so now we have this treasure chest that is floating, but I don't want it to be floating anymore, so I'm gonna add some more rocks, I think. And this one is still breaking up the path a little bit, so yep, just a little bit lower, which might mean I need to place more rocks everywhere, but I'm okay with that as well. Right now we're in a bit of a scary situation, I think, because we don't have we don't have a lot of money coming in, and we don't have, but at least we're not losing a lot of money at the same time. So I'm not sure if this is good news. Maybe we're just about to start breaking even and start making profits, but it's been a while and we're not making more money. But I mean, I'm also spending money doing this, so maybe it's okay. So rock. Let me search for some rocks. I have to do it again. Okay. Let me search for some rocks. I don't think there are... Yeah, all of these rocks, I mean, no, these ones are super huge, if I remember correctly. So I'm not going to be able to work with these. What? Sorry, my mistake. What? Sushi. What? No, seriously. What? It's making noises, my game. Come on. Are you done? This also reminded me of my wife when she sneezes. She's one of those multiple sneezers. So sometimes I will go like, yeah, bless you, bless you, bless you, bless you. And by the fifth time, I'm like, are you done? Can you please acquiesce? Stopping? Can you please acquiesce stopping with your sneezing? I'm done with your sneezing, so you should be done sneezing as well. And I'm just kidding. I'm a patient man. I'm just joking here. Yeah, also, I don't know when... I think my wife might want to watch these first few episodes of my Let's Play, so I don't want to upset her. You know what they say, happy wife, happy life. And I agree with that, so let's just keep her happy and say, hey, you know, your sneezes, they're cute. I like them. So feel free to sneeze as much as you need to. Just hopefully you're not feeling sick. But if you are, I'm gonna take care of you because I love you. Okay, I think this is looking much, much better. Although you might think I'm a bit of a dumb man because this is not really gonna affect the queue. Like maybe literally at all. It did affect it just a little bit. But yeah, it's too far away from the queue. So we need to place more stuff around here. So what can we place around here? Maybe an actual dragon. Let's see. Dragon. You know what? Maybe we can have it on top of the mountain. Maybe that would make sense because I talked about how I want this. Oh, whoa. I want this. Come on. What? I want this ride to be visible from the entrance, and it's gonna be visible from the entrance already. But maybe if I add the dragon here, that will make it another reason to go check this out. Oh, what? 𝕯𝖏𝖔𝖓. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not take care of you? Let me make it right. That's it. I'm out of here. I guess I'm content with my job. Are you sure you are? I don't think you are. I don't think that's how contentment works. I'm gonna give him/her a bit of a raise. That's funny because Guadalupe is a Mexican name actually. So and it's both a boy's and a girl's name, Guadalupe. It just goes both ways. You never know if a Guadalupe is gonna be a guy or a woman. So yeah, I don't know, but he/she is back now. I just rehired him/her, and I hope she's gonna be happy working for us again. Okay, so do I want the sleeping dragon or one of these? Or maybe the eating dragon? Nah, I don't think the eating dragon makes sense. So either the lookout or the sleeping one. I'm not sure which one I like better. I mean, I think the sleeping one looks a bit better, but I think this one is more flashy and more... It's gonna grab your attention better, I think. Although I'm not a big fan of how the platform looks. I have to sink it way, way down there. So I'm gonna instead work with the terraforming a little bit more just to hide this structure here. Let's see, terrain, pull. There we go. That wasn't that bad, was it? Easy peasy. And now we have this dragon ride over here. This is starting to look really nice. And the queue is slowly but surely getting better. Hopefully I will be able to charge a little bit more. Why is it getting so full? I think because of where the exit is. I think it's taking a long time for people to get off and then walk all the way over here and then get out. I didn't really think about that. Maybe I can change it up a bit later. Maybe I can... Where could I place the exit? Maybe over here on this side. But I will have to build like a whole tunnel just for them to get out. Maybe that's okay though. I mean, instead of this being all of this path just being here for the exit, maybe this can be like a path that takes you to a different part of the park over here, and then we can have another path that comes through here, and that's the exit of this ride. I don't dislike that idea, but I'm not gonna get into that just now. I think I want to keep playing a little bit with the scenery, so let's see what else I can add. Of course, we always want a little bit of nature, so let's go for some trees. I shouldn't have it. I shouldn't have it position snapped like that. No, I mean I should have position snap. What I don't want is align to surface. Perfect. That's just wonderful. Let me just select it again. Okay, that's much better, much more like it. I think I want some trees over here and here, and maybe one over here. And I should rotate a few of them, I think. Rotate your trees. Rotate your trees for science. I love that video. Rotate your owl. Have you seen that music video? It's wonderful. Okay. I think this is starting to look even nicer. You know what? Let me add another bit of treasure over here somewhere. Maybe I can have it here. I think this is a good place for more scenery, and this is gonna affect the Q rating finally. So let me flatten this section out. No, surface, no, foundation, yes. And we're gonna add something here. And I really am thinking more treasure would do the trick. So blueprints, treasure, 𝕯𝖵. That's in Spanish. No, I'm just kidding. That's the pronunciation in Spanish. 𝕯𝖵, but that's not the word. The word is tesoro. Let's have some tesoro in here. I'm feeling like Dora the Explorer. Always mixing Spanish words with English words. Yeah, let's have some tesoro. Can you say tesoro? Can you say Barbados? Barbados. Another Friends reference. I'm a big fan of Friends. I know it's getting a little bit of flack lately. Like, it didn't age very well. That comedy, Friends, especially because there's a little bit maybe of outdated ideologies and some maybe a little bit of misogyny here and there. Like Ross, especially, he used to look like he was an emotional, sensitive kind of guy, and now he just seemed like a jerk who is entitled and a bit immature. But I still like the series. I have a soft spot for it. Oh, I even like this shadow here. That's interesting. I have a soft spot not for Ross, but for the series, for Friends. I grew up with that comedy and I really like it. So expect to have some Friends references once in a while here. So yeah, that's a whole lot of treasure. Let me just get rid of the let me get rid of the special effects, which always ruin frame rate. I mean, it's not ruining the frame rate right now, but it will, because we're just starting out our park, and when we end up filling up the whole area, if we have like some moving sections here and there, like a whole lot of how do you call this, like special effects, and also like the robots and stuff, it's really gonna affect the frame rate. Although I think they're having some updates that's been helping with the frame rate actually. Hey, we're 100% now. I think that's a good time to start charging maybe a little bit less for this, or even free. I think I want to go back to free entry. I think that allows us to raise prices everywhere else. I'm not sure that's the way it works, but it should. I think that's the way it should work. So let me try that. Let me get maybe like just 50 more cents here. This one, I really believe we can get away with charging like almost $10. I know the last time we tried that, people ran away for their lives. They were not happy to pay the $10, but maybe they will now. Now that we have 100% Q rating and we have like this treasure and this giant dragon, I think it's worth it. And let's see here, I'm not paying this much. They still think it's a bit expensive, but I mean, they're still lining up for it. So maybe, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I was gonna say maybe I can bring the price a little bit down, but I'm not gonna. And this one, they're not complaining about the price, So that makes me wonder whether I might be able to bring it up a bit if I add more scenery, because the scenery here it's still terrible. So let me get to that. Scenery. What can I place here? I think I just want nature for this one. Just a whole lot of nature. I don't think we need anything more special than that. At least not for now. Although nature can be very special by itself sometimes. I think there are a few natural things that I like. A few natural blueprints. Let me see if I can find one that could fit well in here. What is this? Lighting planter. I mean, this is... We should add plants now that I think about it. I mean, not plants, lamps. Also plants, but lamps. And I think this one looks nice. Maybe I should add a bunch of these ones. All over the park. Because we don't have any at the time. We don't have any lighting on the paths. Should I? I don't know. Maybe I want something more custom. Because... You know what? I'm gonna use them. I like it enough to start placing these. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is that these are two separate elements, so I'm gonna do another of my tricks. And I mean, none of these tricks are really mine, per se. I learned them from different videos and stuff. But yeah, let me try one of the tricks, which is making a building out of this, so you can duplicate it instead of having to add the blueprint every time. So the way you would do it is go into buildings, take like a small post or something. Post. Yeah, something like this. And maybe it can be part of the blueprint even. Let me see if it can work. Maybe it won't look nice, in which case I'm just gonna get rid of it, but maybe it will, in which case I can use it. I mean, let me just, can I advance move this? Yes, I can. Now, does this look nice? I'm not sure. Let me just be a little perfectionist again. And have it kind of like this. Now, does it look nice? I don't think so. But maybe if it would allow me to freaking select it, it won't. Why won't you? Come on, let me select this piece right over here. This one. No. This one. Come on, man. Okay, so that was a bad idea. Let me go back. Sorry about that. So what I was meaning to do before is just adding this one like right here. And then we can select all of these, and I think I can where is it? Add standalone scenery to selected building. Yep, that's the stuff. Now this should all be a building that I can just duplicate as much as I want. Yep, that's the stuff. Okay, so now let's place a few of these, like here, like here. How buried do I want these? Maybe something like this. And like here maybe. Yeah. I think this is looking pretty decent. But this is not this is not fixing what I meant to fix. The Q rating here, which admittedly probably went up just a little bit, but I need to bring it up much more. So what can I have here? Nah, not a big fan of these kind of things. Scenery, a bunch of trees, maybe. It's not gonna help with the curating that much. And you know what? I'm not a big fan of this one either. They look like, yeah, they are too perfect, like identical rows of trees. I don't like it. Your career path has broken down. Yeah, you don't say. Okay, you know what? Maybe it's a good time to also check on my park, my finances, and stuff like that. Okay, people are really, really not happy that the dragon number number 3 is always so full. And my employers, I mean, I think I should train them now because a lot of them have high workloads. So I'm gonna train most of them. I'm gonna train them all. Yeah. Why should I leave someone untrained? And I'm gonna give them small raises, and I'm gonna check on them later to see if they need even bigger raises. Something like that. Something like that. Yeah. Something like this. Like this. I think that's okay. Maybe let me go one by one to see how much I'm paying them. Yeah, he has a high workload. Maybe we need another janitor, but not. I'm not gonna do that just yet. Yeah, like this one needs to get a big raise, and I think I'm gonna make these two equal, like pay them equal because they're both level 3, or maybe they're gonna be even level 4. I'm not sure. Mechanic seems to be having a decent time. So is the security guard. Yeah, everything else seems to be working out just fine. Every single attraction is making money. Every single shop is making money. That's what I like to see. There have been some pickpocket victims. I also have to work on security, I think, but so far I think things are working out just fine. Although we are very low on money, and by very low I mean we have negative money again. Okay. We're getting back into the green. So let me see, how are the loans coming along? So. Should I focus on getting rid of one of them first, or should I just let them go on like they are right now? I'm not gonna think too hard about that just yet. Okay, so more scenery. Let's go back to get some more nature in here. Blue luminous. I mean, that looks kind of nice as well, but I'm not sure if it works for this part. Maybe it does. Maybe it actually does. Yeah, you know what? I actually like it. I didn't think I would, but I do. I like it, so I'm gonna add it here. And what else can I add here? No, well, not much of anything really. Maybe Excalibur. I mean, this is not that epic, I don't think. I'm not gonna say this is really Excalibur. That's the name of the blueprint, but to me, this is just a sword right now. Maybe I will have Excalibur, but if I do, I will have it like on top of a mountain, or I don't know. It would be much harder to get to than just standing right here. I mean, that's not really standing, is it? But you know what I mean. So, what else? Fairy lights, no. Floral fountain, no. What else can I add here? I have so many blueprints. I don't know. I really enjoy just going into the blueprint section in the Steam Workshop and just seeing what everyone else is building. There are so many very creative people that are building some amazing stuff, and I don't know, it's just really fun to look at all the different blueprints and just download tons of them so I can use them for my own parks. I think that's a great thing about this game. Like I don't know if there was ever something like that for Roller Coaster Tycoon and other tycoon games earlier. But for this one, I love what they've been doing. So, trying to see if there's more things that we can add to this queue to bring up the rating a bit. I don't think that's right. I don't like it. I mean, it's already a 64. It's not so bad. It's my favorite Nintendo console. Nah, not really. I think the Switch is my favorite. It's really hard because there are some consoles that are very nostalgic. I really like the first Nintendo and the Super Nintendo. I really had some awesome times with those. Oh, it's broken down. Okay, I thought it was too expensive for people again. But the Switch is just awesome. The games that are coming out for the Switch, I'm in love. I'm gonna make a playthrough of maybe Mario Odyssey or Breath of the Wild or both sometime in the future. I would love to do one of those. But right now we're on Planet Coaster, and I'm trying to see what else I should be focusing on at this time. I think all of the scenery, I mean, all of the queues have decent scenery ratings now. I think this one still needs a little bit more work, but I'm gonna leave it as is for now. And maybe I should finally get to working on what I've been putting off, like all of the benches and the lamps and the trash cans or bins or whatever they call. And remember, I'm saying bins, not beans. I'm not talking about the Mexican type of beans. I might be a beaner, but I don't think about beans all the time. So anyways, I think this is enough for now. I think this has been a successful enough episode. There was no big crisis anywhere. We built this little cave in here with some treasure, and we improved the scenery rating for some of these queues. And we're really, I think we're at a sort of a balance right now. We're not making money, but we're not losing that much money anymore. So I think I'm happy to look at where we're at right now. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, of course, click the like button, subscribe, hit the bell icon. What else can you do for me? Go over through my wish list in Steam, buy me a game, and make me a Patreon page, and then donate money to my Patreon page, and subscribe on Twitch. You can also send my family some money because they have rent to pay, and of course, comment. Thank you so much for your support. I expect you to do every single one of those things I mentioned, and if you don't, you're simply not a fan of video games.